Hello, we are back to do the zodiac sign of Cancer, and we're going to connect your astrology. And I haven't pulled the cards yet. I'll wait for people to connect. If you can hear noise in the background, my daughter is in the kitchen. Let's have a look at the energy. Now, for those of you that don't know, I'm a psychic medium. I connect in with the astrology to give us updates as to what's going on, what we're moving into. We are moving into some pretty heavy shifts. We're also going to be having in April the energy of Pluto going retrograde, but it's towards the end of the month. Let's see what's coming up. So you guys with Saturn retrograding in Aquarius, it's your 8th house, and your 8th house is, you know, where you're spiritually looking at. Hi guys. It's where you're spiritually looking at the ability to rebuild, you know, what you can be codependent on, what you can deal with at a physical level to create that foundation. So it's very realistic energy. It's very much the energy of, okay, where do I need to balance this from a spiritual point of view, from a healthy codependent, what is there that I can directly depend on? And obviously at a collective level, all of us are in a similar energy. So, although currently many may not feel that this is positive, Cancer, Capricorn, Taurus, Aries, Leo, and the reason I'm mentioning these signs is because they are in some of the planets at the moment, and we have been going through this transformative energy. So for Cancerians in particular, you guys have been changing quite a bit. You've been getting this energy coming through where you've been trying to balance your home, trying to balance your business. There's a huge rebuild. A lot of things on people's minds. Hi, Wendy. They're really coming down to the place where a lot of Cancerians at the moment are really changing. I do feel that you guys are looking at life from a very spiritual perspective. And I'm also seeing that your focus really, that's coming through with Pluto going retrograde, is going to be in your 7th house, which is very much linking into Juno in Libra. Now, Juno is going direct in May, and that is marriages, contracts, partnerships. So for you guys, you're assessing all your direct connections at the moment. And with your Aries in Chiron, it falls in your 10th house. Again, this is your career sector. Now, in the past, you might have found that with all this balancing, the Pluto energy was almost helping us look at our physical foundation. No sooner did we adjust it, was it changing, was it shifting? Some cards for romance. Now I'm doing these reads broad because I know we all want to know what's happening with our abundance. We all want to know what's happening in the career sector, what's to come, what's the advice, where our health is at, where our family's at, etc., and our overall energy as well as romance. So this is a broad reading, and it's so that we can have a little bit of everything, and then mid-month I will try to come to you guys live and just focus on romance. Your crowning energy again is very Plutonian. It's very okay, again, the energy of Aquarius. It's the 8th house energy coming through. It's your ability to rebuild. It's sort of like the energy of out with the old, in with the new. And this is your attitude coming forward into April. You have had a spiritual walk and you're looking at life and you're thinking to yourself, what is outdated? What needs to go? What no longer is working for you at a spiritual, emotional, physical level? Now, February and March was very heavy in the Pisces energy. So many of you might have been feeling quite distorted, quite disillusioned. Some of you also that are Cancerians at the moment, there can be something where you're not communicating with someone. So this is an old energy that occurred to have its ending in February and March. Now, with this old energy in February and March having ended, you may not currently be communicating with this, but this is a very karmic energy. This isn't a spirit. This was a spiritual lesson, but it's not necessarily somebody you wish to have communication directly with. Now, although in your mind it's ended, it seems more there's a blockage with the communication. It's because you don't directly trust these individuals and you feel they don't serve your purpose. You also feel that they don't bring happiness to you and they're not serving you. So you're removing, even if it's already happened, I do feel emotionally and mentally you're actually looking at it now. You're being given an opportunity to sit there and see the change that has occurred and to spiritually gain some perspective on it. Now, when you're looking at the past, some of you are even feeling that many of you were living in the past. It's like people's expectations were for you to be the same individual that you were before. The thing was, you were changing and evolving, but they were remaining in the past. So this was inconsistent to you, and you need more consistency in your life. A lot of you with this rebuild energy, and I'll just look at your chart. I know with the 6th house, a lot of you are working very hard. Let's have a look. Yeah, with the nodal energy. What packet did you open? There's 2 containers of them in there.
Yeah, the brown packet, the whole thing is just broken.
Thank you for your update while I'm on YouTube. You're home. I'm working. So is 100 children in the world right now. Okay, and it's funny because of Cancer Moon rising. So these energies here, this could be a family-related dynamic. This could be an old way of doing things at home. But your focus is very much on an Empress. This is in general building in your life, fertility, creativity. And, really between now, I had a discussion with a lady this morning and we were talking about the aspects of fertility and astrology. And very much with the energy of Saturn in Aquarius and any Jupiter aspects that are being made, any sextiling energies to it, you're going to find it is a deeply fertile time now. Now, here you're very focused on, in general, working with people like-minded with the 7th house energy where you can actually build your life with them. This could be a direct individual, but connecting in with Juno and Libra, which is marriages, contracts, partnerships, you guys are very focused on all facets of life, what works, what doesn't. With the Death card as your crowning energy, it's more so saying you're having direct clarity over what is and what isn't working, and you're really choosing what you're doing. There you go. Okay, you know who you want to be with. You know who this person is. Some of these crowning energies are coming through quite romantically, where a lot of karmic energy is moving back, where it's being put in its place, and a lot of movement physically forward is coming to a point where you're choosing to move ahead. You are in your own energy with the Chariot, and I do feel many of you are very connecting in with people, places, and things that relate to you more so. Yeah, you know where your happiness comes from. You've got sadness in reverse. You're very much choosing things that make you happy. You're moving into the energy of alignment. Okay, let's have a look at what this is about. Now you've got the 4 of Pentacles in reverse. There could be a bit of worries about the future and where you're going, but I'm getting an energy that this is external situations. Yeah, this is to do with the past tense energy who has caused you dramas. I do feel you're a bit cautious about these. You also may be understanding that these people are coming from a place of manipulation, codependency, fear-based frequency, and again, lacking in value, lacking in the reality of what a lot of the collective is going through at the moment, which is getting back to that spiritual connection, getting back to that energy of being quite uniquely yourself and doing things that benefit you, really filling your cup. Unique. Okay. I really feel many of you have come into your own. You're having a deep assessment about cash components, but most of you are going to be doing it from, again, a very spiritual perspective. What needs to stay, what needs to go. Anything that's going out at the moment, and again, I have pulled your financial sector, and your employment sector. Now here, what's coming through is that you are aware of what you do and don't have. It's like an audit, it's like a check. But then you're moving into the frequency of knowing that you're far more than just finances. Many of you might be, if this is a male energy and you're a Cancerian, I feel you guys know exactly who you are. Again, the female energies that are watching the zodiac sign, I feel this person's really come into their own energy, this romantic partner that you're looking at. Now, in your employment, know that you're more than your money. That's really what's being shown here. You've got to do things that benefit you. This is a temporary delay for movement forward. A lot of reflection over the past. Okay, you may be in this mindset that you're being quite critical towards yourself. And this can be an energy that is very, gee, I wish I'd done X, Y, and Z frequency. You could be really angry with yourself right now for these situations that are things balanced. But it's almost like this Gaia energy, God energy. You know, we can't be everything to everyone. So it's really placing energy into things that make you feel balanced, make you feel happy. And I feel at the heart of it, that's really what you guys are doing right now. I also feel you're quite protected. Okay, now in your work, you've got the Page of Swords in reverse. I feel around the time of mid-month in April, something that has been hidden from you is going to be quite of interest. And there was, even when I was tuning into your employment, there sort of oozes this energy where you potentially may have an opportunity come to you. So if you're not working, I do feel people are going to be hunting for you. And, you know, although you might be thinking it's over, it's not over. I do feel you still excelling at this energy. So some of you may be too worried about your finances, but it's showing that there is going to be movement here and there will be balance and justice. So anything that's going out is coming back to you. So it's asking you to have positive faith connected to this. You won't see this coming. You've got hope in reverse, but what will balance out, and I'm feeling this Libra and Moon, some of these aspects might cause these fear-based frequencies. But directly after that, I'm seeing physical movement occurring in family that needs to be let go of. And I feel you guys are moving into that already. I feel you know that when you're coming to terms with whatever this is, and I'm just going to type because sometimes the chat freezes. So if you see me putting a number, it's because I try to rejolt it. Yeah, this is changing from one way of being to another. And in this family-related dynamic, there's either a war wound or a physical circumstance that you haven't emotionally let go of and it's old and it needs to go. Once you do, I feel you'll be very happy. But there's this need to actually allow this transformation to occur. This can pertain to a karmic energy, a person who is quite codependent, and it has caused a lot of misfortune, but yet your advice is to see these energies for who they are. This can be a mother energy, it can be an ex, it can, whoever this is, it's somebody who looks at you in a different way, regardless of who they are and what they're doing. Their mindset is very different to you. I'm hearing the term you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. You're going to need to let these individuals live life the way they feel intended. Now, although there might have been some disloyalty here as well. Yeah, disloyalty in a connection, and maybe even if you are in a connection, disloyalty towards the current connection you're in or choosing to go towards. Health. Okay, some of you need to be quite cautious. Now, there could be something playing out at the moment that you need to assess. It could be to the detriment of your health, but I'm feeling more from a psychological point of view than anything. Especially since all your crowning energies, your surrounding energies, you're really choosing to do things that benefit you. There can be some manipulative, socialization. Be cautious when socializing. But again, as I was saying, I'm feeling more it's to do with who do you like being around? What is your circle group? There feels more you've tried something 3 ways, every which way you've had the same outcome. It has been to the detriment of your health psychologically, not physically, psychologically. And you're seeing the falseness in this. You're seeing the truth in the falseness. That potentially these people don't have your best interests at heart, and it is affecting you. So it needs to be dealt with. Now, your advice is you can't deal with this in a traditional way. Like I've said, every which way you've attempted to deal with this, it does appear to be that the same outcome has come. Although there could be communication coming in, it's asking you to do this in a non-traditional way. You know this is coming, and it feels drama. You're going to have to address it. You've learnt a lot about these people. You know what this is. I'm telling you, it's like, what's the point? What's the point of the drama? How can you look at this differently? I feel you've looked at it every which way. These people aren't happy with your choices. Now, as I mentioned, you've got the 7th house activation. For you, there is this thought about all your success that you're having. There's a bit of jealousy. So although this is the marriage card, this could pertain to a connection you're currently in. They're quite upset at your choices, but I'm feeling in general there's various individuals around you that potentially may have an opinion, an ego about what you're doing and trying to lure you in a particular way. And I do feel you do have too many hands in the bucket, and it has caused conflict in your past. Not necessarily yet. It's definitely caused sadness. But it's something that these individuals need to do some mirror work on and energy work on. I feel by May moving forward, the nodes are going to be moving into Gemini. And this is where really I see mass movement for your career sector. I still feel that the foundational work you're doing and the movement is still occurring. But I really do feel like at the moment, this is the time to meditate upon removing some of these energies. You're very focused on love at the moment. This is a unique month about what you love and what you don't. What you love and what you don't. Now, romance. You got the 4 of Cups. Don't quit before you've started. All of this, it has caused a great deal of depression. But I'm not feeling it's pertaining to your romantic partner. I feel it's more the external energies, especially since you've had the nodes in Cancer, which is your 1st house. There is this energy that's coming through that is affecting you at the moment, but it's more from a psychological perspective. There is a lot of hard work. This year is a vibrational 4. Hi. Being that it's a vibrational number 4 year, what you'll find is, especially with Saturn and Aquarius, is about working together as a team, choosing your team. Now, the only thing that is going to prevent you with your career sector from the nodes moving is going to be the energy of the 12th house. You can create all your hopes and dreams. Can you please keep it down? I do not like teenagers. Patience. This is what happens when you get older. Huh? You're always bored.
How long do these things go for?
I'm busy. Do not bother me. I'm not here. Good grief. 12th house. Gemini energy is very Mercury. So caution with your communication from May onwards. You're going to be fine-tuning things. Now, in pertaining to your career sector, the way you communicate with loved ones, all of this is coming through, and I do feel this is really unique for Cancerians, because Cancerians can be very, very private people. It's also, they like to decipher the code of situations inside their mind prior to articulating. They're very cautious about the way they speak. They'll like you or they'll dislike you, but they'll be polite with it unless you actually cross them. The 12th house energy in Gemini, when it does shift, no joke, the only thing that will bring you undone, because it's the house of the undoing, don't stand in your way. Don't allow your subconscious mind to affect you. It's a dream state energy. So, especially in your romance, this can be a very deeply spiritual time with your love interest. And I'm seeing this coming through. 12th house is very psychic. It's very, very spiritual. Now, your past energy, you've removed this temptation. You've removed the devil energy. Some of you might have been too focused on work. Now this month you're going to be deeply, deeply focused on love. You have the Emperor at the heart, and I feel it's more your energy in a yin and yang setting, that you might have a little bit of fear-based frequency about employment or about your self-esteem. It's not how your partner feels about you. Your partner feels you're deeply wonderful. Your love interest is looking at you differently, but this is a spiritual process you're going through. It can be with the super full moon in Libra. You're getting to a place where you might be looking at yourself a little bit differently, but again, you are very unique in your own right, and your foundation of this connection is a very unusual connection. Very unusual that you are uniquely you and they are uniquely them, and you swim together beautifully. And this is for the person that you're meant to be with. Hi, Andrew. Let's see. Okay. Your advice here is caution. Now, the nodes are shifting in May. We're having Pluto go retrograde. It does fall into your 7th house. There can be some conflict coming from external people. I do feel they're jealous energies that are wanting to cause conflict. Now, these people do have bad blood, and I'm going to pull a clarifier on that. And as I said, mid-month, I'm going to be doing just romance. Be it I end up doing it, depends on how this whole pandemic goes. I will either do each zodiac sign, or I'll do earth, air, fire, water, and pull cards at the end for each zodiac. Yeah, you know the truth of this, okay? You know what you're faithful to. I do feel they're causing dramas. It's out with the old and with the new. It's their mind. They could, like I said, don't allow these energies to come in, because they will manipulate. They will cause toxicity. You know this is coming pre-warned, forearmed, as at the heart. This connection's destined. It can't stop. This connection is very spiritually destined. There are karmic situations at play. Wow. I heard a song in my head. I don't want your money, honey. I want your love. Now, the cards that come up was, one is driven by finances, codependency. This is a way of being. This can be the way you work, Cancer, or the way these individuals work. You're looking at the light and the dark. Money upright, money reverse. So abundance, your spiritual belief, filling your cup, and love in the middle. You've seen both sides, and I'm hearing the term double-edged sword. This karmic energy has made you go inside yourself to do some very, very deep reflection. Yeah, deep heart chakra healing. your crowning energy is very chiron energy, something that occurred around the time of the super full moon in Virgo, which is high heart chakra, lotus flower, chiron energy, is being cleared. Now, you're thinking, with it being reversed, I'm still thinking the third eye and your mindset. And I'm seeing you guys actually thinking that you have spent certain time on certain things, but not on others. It's becoming very practical, and you're looking at what truly needs to be healed. Some of you also do understand what can't be fixed, and you're accepting such. You do understand that certain things are holding limited beliefs. And it's more, again, I'm feeling the wound. It's like the haunting of the past, of trying to be everything to everyone. It's really holding you back. Although now I feel you're going into nurture energy when it does come to love and letting people in and explaining how you feel. Some of your feelings at the moment are being held in while you're processing this, but you're understanding, you're getting to know yourself a lot better than you did. More so from a psychological point of view than physically knowing yourself, because I do feel these people and these belief systems, it's this sudden transformation inside you that's occurring, where you're looking at love and value and the things that your hopes and dreams. And the Neptune energy really is at the heart of the matter, because of February and March we had the 12th house energy collectively. It's really seeing the truth of situations now, getting incredibly grounded to see the reality, and now mastering and manifesting what you want to transform. An old path that you're about to let go of, or are, you see no value in it. You're coming to terms with it. It's like it's been cast out. It doesn't serve you. You're looking at the guilt about it, but I more feel it's to do with the fact that you're scared. You're quite unsure what's going to happen next. This is what's liberating you, though. It's liberating you to actually have more freedom than you have currently had. Okay, how are they feeling about you? How are we all? I'm multitasking with a teenager at home. Okay, those of you that are single and you're waiting for this person, I feel you're wondering. Two energies are coming through, and I'll pull a clarifier. In love, the cross watcher is looking at this, wondering how long this is going to go on for. There is an energy that needs to be removed, though. It feels like an old energy. This can be at a mental level or at a physical level, where other people who are connected to the past, the chapter needs to close out. Yeah, you're quite straight with that. Now, the clarification is as Juno goes direct, and around the time of the super full moon in Libra on the 8th of April, I feel this is going to move. Yeah, this is both are saying the same. This is physical movement and swords energy. When I'm saying this, the first thing I'm thinking is Libra from a psychic point of view. I feel this person is going to be more in a stable place to be able to have this, but you're seeking stability, cross watcher. You're wanting the new beginning, the innocence to return. But you are reflecting upon, karmic energies and things to that degree. So this hermit time is giving both of you the energy to meditate upon how to deal with these energies and what to do moving forward. Okay. I asked the question for those of you that have no communication at the moment. Telepathically, yes, they are sending such, but this is a conversation about dreams. This energy is Pisces energy. Now, We had February and March, Mercury in Pisces. At the time, we had other planets in Pisces. It was very 12th house energy, very Neptune frequency. Dreams, disillusionment. Is this real? Is it a figment of my imagination? Very much resonating similar to 2017 and 18. Where psychologically we were moving through the Aries, through the Pisces in Chiron energy, which was very, very heavy. This communication I do feel is coming through, but from that point, February, March, it's been extremely heavy. And it is coming through where this movement is occurring and this fresh start's occurring. The Hermit energy is just before the connection. So it's very, very close for, even if you're in a connection with this person, there are massive changes coming towards the romantic connection at a spiritual and a physical level. Yes, there you go. You got the Justice card. Super full moon in Libra is moving this to a karmic balance. All this that's going on right now is not lasting, it's moving. Even though there's 100 which ways this can go, both of you are going to be able to recoup, and this is moving forward. It can't be held back. You intuitively know such. Any questions? As I'm cleaning up, I'll tune into separate psychic energy that I can say. I feel you guys have a plan. Most of you know what you want to do. Most of you know who you want to be with, how things are going to go. I feel you're mustering up some ideas in your mind's eye. I don't feel you're telling anyone these things. There could be a bit of jealous energy coming through as well. This could be your side of the fence, the other side of the fence, but there's a jealous energy coming through. I also do see a fight. Now, this can be through social media. Or it feels a fight, a confrontation, a fight. I feel they're wasting their time, like it will be pointless to bother, because I feel you guys already know this is coming. You've already played it out in your mind how that will go, and you don't wish to entertain this because it's been going on too long. It could be a clash of conflict, like just two differing views and value systems, I'm saying. Any questions? Any idea when communication will happen? You're asking for a friend. What's your friend's zodiac sign? Look, Aquarius going, Saturn in Aquarius retrograde. Let's talk about that one. It is to do with wider group. Most of you, at a subconscious level, we're getting communication, and that was because the 12th house was activated. So if on the 3D people were not getting communication, it was because it was directly coming through more from your dream state, more from an intuitive sense. Okay, whose birthday is coming up? Giggle, that's for you. Okay, there seems to be a birthday date or an anniversary date, and they're showing me that it will be around that time, not a previous one. This is something coming. We do call April the month of big communication. I'm feeling this birthday energy is coming through. I still see the energy at your door. I don't see energy physical at. I don't see the energy physically like on the phone, but you already have received one for this person. I feel it has been through multimedia, but there's something in the outbox. There you go. Okay, so they're being showing me celebration at that time. I'm also seeing there is a message that was lost. It has already been sent to you, but you haven't found it. It's like email, something to that degree. They're showing me a separate energy. It's already occurred. There has been something going on with this individual where they have been tied up, so to speak. It's not an intentional thing. Also, at a spiritual level, they had some private things going on that were a little bit painful, and they were unable to communicate at that time, and you will understand after. Yes. Yeah, conflict. Yeah, a lot of things that they thought were going to happen, something took them at left field. This could have been a family-related dynamic and some things that they were having to do. Yes. Only temporarily. Any other questions? It's only quite temporary, but you guys do have a lot of luck around you. And I do feel for Cancerians in particular, you guys have a lot going for you. You know, you've done a great deal of work over the last 2 years. Even further, but really, really been working hard. Now, your shadow energy is Capricorn. So, you know, when things on the family front don't go so great, you guys really do push yourselves into work. But you're really needing to, you know, that's providing everything on the home front's okay. When it's not, you feel that your career can't be focused upon. So it's almost like you move similar to a Libra where you need the both to be balanced. But you tend to take too much accountability for karmic energies. And that's what's really been directly affecting the other areas in life, is that these people actually seeing your worth, but you being... your cup being drained constantly. So just be really mindful of that. You don't want to get yourself all spent. You know, you're not an ATM machine. It's not your job to be such. Love interest is a cross watcher. The person that was inquiring about the romantic connection. Or the partner. Any other questions before I love you and leave you? The next video I'll do, I'll have a bit of a break. I'm going to go away and do some things. This afternoon I will be doing a twin flame update, and then I'll revert back to the zodiac signs. I'll do a live. How many have we got left? We've got Capricorn, we've got Sagittarius, Scorpio, Pisces. I think I have to double check. Any other questions in the house? The slowdown energy won't be for as long as you guys think. It's not to say that everything's going to kick back and be glorious, but with the nodes changing in May, what you will find is the karmic cycle of Cancer Capricorn with the nodes is for 2.5 years. That's cycling out and changing over by May. We're then having the end cycle of the eclipses in that zodiac sign, and it's going to be between June and July. And we'll have the energy moving through with Mercury. It'll be technology, it'll be communication, fine-tuning laws, legislations, things to that degree. What are our new learnings? What are our new findings? But you're going to have to be very organised. So, deciphering between what's value, what's not, and not overspending your cup with your energy is going to be beneficial, but it will be an extremely busy year with the rebuild energy. And with the Sagittarian energy, our old way of being, in growing and achieving things, abundance, etc. It's going to be a new way. We're going to be using different techniques, i.e., technology. But it can be deeply, deeply social, so it can pertain to a shift in energy. But around May, we will have a lot of retrogrades as well. Yeah. Because we're having so many supermoons and so many eclipses. Supermoons are double. It's similar to an eclipse. We're moving into that in April on the 8th. We're going to have the super full moon in Libra. March we had the super full moon in Virgo, which with aspects, depending on how Virgo moon energy aspects, it can denote disease, especially when it's making aspects to Jupiter. Hi, Sophie. Yeah, a lot of shifts happening. Yeah, most of the time you tend to find being open to it and working on your energy. We're uniquely human, okay? We're used to having control, but it's an egoic belief of control. The only thing you have control over are what your hands can deal with and what your body and spirit can address. The rest of it has always been out of our control. So it's just more, it's in our face and we're seeing it. Many people that move through awakenings have been deeply aware of this for a very long time. So you're quite uniquely in your own energy, quite accepting of that. Cancerians in particular, being energies of home energy, you guys, if you're able to move into that, if your home environment's not balanced, it won't be that nurturing time during this time. So it will really show you what's imbalanced. It will really show you those karmic frequencies because your shadow side's Capricorn. So if you're triggered, want to go to work, want to do something, but you can't fix everything for everyone. So it is very, very spiritual time for you guys. Anyway, love and light, and I'll be back shortly. I'll put an information up in the community tab. Yes, that's true. I did mention that. Yeah, your love interest, because in this section I was talking about cross-watcher. It's pertaining to the person you're romantic. It can be a twin, it can be a soulmate, it can be the direct person who's in the relationship. It's the overall energy for the Zodiac sign. And I separately work as a twin flame coach, which I'll do the energy updates for that shortly. Living the dream. Any other questions? Going once. Going twice. Beep, beep, beep. Okay, guys, I'll see you soon. Take care. I could be here tapping this screen for 5 minutes. Anything's possible. No, not at all. I'm too grounded for that. I'll be back again, Eddie. I'll be back.